thank you to those that joined in yesterday. I can see about 60% of you that's accessing the content on Facebook, on YouTube, and I'm also able to see that people are opening up the emails. So it has been a fantastic start to the event. Thank you for those who have commented, who have taken part in the tasks. It is wonderful to see some of your cluttered office spaces. Keep the pictures coming in. It is great to see. And I'm also excited to see your transformational pictures. Don't forget that you've done the first part, which is get the pictures in of your office space, but I need to see it clutter free to keep that going. I also want to say thank you for all the support. What you may not see, that behind the scenes, it takes me about 6 hours to make this presentation and all the tools and all the content, the structure, so that I can make it impactful and to also include everyone from different personality types, learning types, and so on. So there's a lot of work that goes in. So I appreciate it when you support me, because your energy gives me energy. Thank you. I also need to apologise for yesterday. My timekeeping. I said I'd keep it to 20 minutes and I went over by 10. I am sorry. All right. Day 2, this theme is about planning. And you'll be pleased to know that I've planned this session. So I'm just going to get straight to it. I'm going to move as fast as I can so that I keep within the 20 minutes. All right. So stay tuned if any of the statements you see on the screen are what you are experiencing. An example would be, it takes me a while to start my day. All right, so if any of those resonate with you, stay tuned. All right, so let's begin. Are you ready for some truth bombs? Okay, 80% of employees do not want to go to work on Monday morning. And by Friday, that rate drops to 60%. So by Friday, 60% of people do not want to be in work. What does that mean? Well, that means that you don't care about your work, which will then mean that you're not going to use any of the self-improvement opportunities like productivity to excel yourself. In fact, the average UK employee spends over 2 hours a day doing things that are anything but work. They procrastinate. So here are some of the top procrastinators. Texting takes up to 28 minutes per day. Daydreaming, particularly in meetings, takes up to 20 minutes. Gossiping, 18 minutes. Probably worse if you're in the office space. And then going on Facebook, well, that accounts for 16 minutes per day. On the flip side, there are people who work too much and they're doing too many tasks in their day, which causes stress. And so people who work 55 hours or more a week, they increase their risk of heart attack by 13%. Those who sleep 7 to 8 hours each night are happier, more productive, and produce better results. So if you are better prepared with planning, today's theme, you would get a better night's sleep because you know what task you've got to do for tomorrow. You'll be able to reflect on what you've done today. And so that way you can go to bed without your mind racing, going, well, I haven't done this or I haven't done that, there's more to do. You know, when you have that mental to-do list as you go to sleep, yeah, that thing that keeps you awake at night. Also, you start to worry about your performance and if you're failing and whether you're going to lose your job because of it. All right. So if you are able to plan better, you'll be able to sleep better. My goal for this whole event is to help you to discover a new way to improve your productivity and make an impact. I want to see you as yellow people who love what they do. They are doing the essentials. They've learned how to manage their workload and put their health first, and they're also really successful. If you want this, stay tuned. But before we dive into planning, let's start with a recap. What is what is productivity and how is it different to efficiency? Okay, the reason for repeating this is because some people have missed day one, or they don't want to take part in day one. Maybe they don't have enough time. Okay, but it's also useful to keep repeating this in every session, because when we learn something new, after a few days, our retention of that content drops down to 40% and then to 90% after 1 month. So what I'm sharing with you today, in 1 month's time, 90% of it would have disappeared. But I have a plan for all of that, don't worry. All right, so this is a key reason to stop doing too many meetings. So if you're doing too many meetings, or you're learning too much and you're not implementing, or you're not taking the necessary action, you're going to forget what you have just learned. But I'm going to tell you more about that in day 3 and day 4, so come back to that. Anyway, efficiency, let's get back on track. Efficiency refers to the amount of effort and resources people put into work, while productivity is about doing more in the time that you have. And it will require you to do less of the stuff that isn't necessary, being focused on the essentials, and understanding how you can change your behaviors to get the tasks done. Productivity is proactive. Efficiency is reactive. So I repeat, it's not that we need more time, but rather do the essentials. In this session, we are going to talk about planning. Earlier, I mentioned that many people dislike their job, so 80% hate Mondays, and then 60% hate Fridays. When this happens, motivation is reduced. When productivity provides us feelings of like happiness, reward, success, well, this stimulates intrinsic motivation. Being engaged in an activity improves our inner drive to take part in that activity. And it's almost like a self-driving car. But, as we all know, productivity can also be driven by external factors. Okay, so external factors like reward or to avoid some sort of punishment. So let me give you an example of that. Okay, well, let's still think about work. All right, so we are motivated to go to work even when we don't want to. We're like, oh, I don't want to go today. Yeah, I have those days. Like, no, today's not the day. But we are motivated because of the paycheck, because of the relationships that we fostered with the team members, our feelings of responsibility towards other people, and all those things keep us accountable. However, there's research shows that external rewards seem to be far less important for productivity than internal motivation. If we don't personally value what we do, external rewards mean little. So this is what today's session is all about. We are going to create a better life plan for you, as currently we are living our lives by other people's opinions and decisions. So we need to go internal. When we know what's best for us, we perform better. Think of life like this. You are the driver of your vehicle. And without knowing your plan, where you're going, your destination, you have to have some co-drivers. Aren't you lucky? The co-drivers are social norms. So social norms, thank you for helping me. Where am I going? Well, they make sure that you climb the career ladder. You get married, you have the baby, you put other people before you. So that's social norms. Behind social norms, you've got expectations. Thank you. Expectations, that well, they will give you directions to be the perfect role model for your siblings, to do not speak unless spoken to, do the job in the job description, or be the doctor your parents always wanted. So that's expectations. Next to expectations, you have the influencer. So the influencer helps you, find that new diet that you absolutely need. They also help you to panic buy fuel. So it could be the news, or it could be someone promoting their agenda, or the latest fad or trend. I have no idea what the latest trend is. Probably some pair of trainers of some sort. And so they give you directions. So you go this way, that way, over the hills, round the roundabouts, but ultimately you're wasting your time. And when you get to your destination, what I often hear people say is they say, I thought I would be somewhere else by now. I thought I would be somewhere else by now. They turn 30, 40, 50. But how can you, if you're doing all the other things for everyone else, for society, and not for yourself? It is time to flip the switch to internal motivation, and you will accelerate. You will go full speed ahead. Your task. Your task today is to do the wheel of life so that you can be in control of your destination. It means you can get rid of those co-drivers and get to your destination as fast as you can with the essentials. So this wheel that you see here, this assumes that you have 8 categories in your life. Career, money, health. Okay, so with health is mental, it's physical, it's emotional, and it's spiritual. So health is of those 4 things. Friends and family, fun and recreation, and so on. So what you are going to do, you are going to colour in each of these sections, each of the categories. And you're going to colour them in on where are you today from a scale of 0, which is low, to 10, which is high. It would look something like this. All right, so step 2, once you've done that, you are then going to draw a thick single line for each of the categories of where do you want it to be next year. It can be more, to say that your career category was 6 and you want it to be 8. It could be more. It can be the same. You might not want to do anything different in the next year when it comes to your career. So you go, right, well, it's 6 and I want to keep it at 6. That's fine. Or it can go backwards. You might say, well, I've done a lot of my career and I'm just tired of it. I would actually like to go back a bit. I would like it to be 4. Maybe that means that you're leaving your business or you're looking to retire. So it doesn't have to be more. It could be the same or less. So it's up to you. If you were one of my coaching clients, some of you are watching this right now, we would have done the wheel of life for 10 years as opposed to 1 year. The reason for that is because when you're one of my clients, we go deep into each segment. We go into the detail of the categories, and that takes about 12 weeks worth of coaching. It does mean you get the best results, but for this event, it's 1 year, and that's still fantastic. 1 year is your focus, okay? So complete this for where do I want to be in 1 year's time. Okay, so tomorrow we are going to be doing focus. And so we are going to hone in on the areas in our lives that are most important to us. But that doesn't mean that you get to ignore the rest of the Wheel of Life categories or that you don't try. You're just going to focus in on the ones that are most important for the next 12 months. All right, so it's purely on the basis that when we focus in on one area, we put a lot of time, energy, and effort into it. And so we level up, we learn a lot. If you try to do it all, then the chaos, well, it just won't make you productive. Almost like what I explained yesterday in clutter. So we need to focus in on a particular area that we want to improve. Okay, so your task is this. You're going to write down which one or two of the categories that you want to focus on in the next 12 months. And then you are going to go back to day one's content, grab the priority quadrant, that document, and then look through all the tasks that you have written down in each of the segments and delete the ones that no longer matter to you. So check your Wheel of Life, what's most important, go back to yesterday's work and start deleting some of that stuff. The stuff that you no longer need. It's not the priority. Like I said, it doesn't mean that you're going to completely ignore them. You'll just come to those when it's the right time. We don't want overwhelm. We want focus. Okay? If you struggle with delegation or deleting some of those tasks, you know that you shouldn't be the person doing them, but you really struggle just to cross it off, then I have some tools for you. And then come back to day 4. That will really help you overcome the struggles to delete and delegate, okay? So to come back to day 4 if you really struggle with that process. All right, so before we close out, there is one other tool that I have for you, and that's called the End of Day Planner. Without proper planning in place, the lines between idea and strategy becomes unclear and it blurs the map for your future. Yet when you plan your day out, you set your goals and you track your progress, you know exactly where you stand so that you can move towards those goals. That doesn't matter whether you're trying to, tame the overwhelm, or you're trying to build a new habit, or you're trying to create more time for fun and recreation. Understanding how to plan your day out is a key way to take control and get into where you want to be. So in 12 months' time, where do you want to be? What are you doing today will allow you to close the gaps. To go deeper into planning and improving your daily productivity, I have uploaded that End of Day Planner to the toolkit, so check it out. This tool is really useful to help you to reflect on your day, to make those improvements, and then plan ahead for tomorrow. It's better to be proactive than reactive. This is a tool that will allow you to do that, and it's a great tool if you struggle to sleep at night. Remember, if you can sleep well between 7 and 8 hours, you will improve your productivity. This tool is really, really helpful. That tool is ideal to do daily, even if it's not a working day, because there's something that you can still learn from your weekends as well. So check it out. It's completely free. That's just some extra for you. That's not part of the task, so you don't need to submit that. That's just extra. For you to win a prize, you need to send me an email with your Wheel of Life. So color it in, take a picture of it, send that to me, and then also what are the 1 or 2 focus areas for the next 12 months. That's all you have to do. So it's really, really simple, and then you will be entered into the prize draw. All right, so it's a pleasure to see you all again. Thank you for attending. I look forward to helping you on day 3. Day 3 is about focus, and this is really helpful if you struggle with distractions, if you want to improve your discipline, your discipline, and if you really want to be focused. Okay, so take care of yourself. I believe I did this in 20 minutes.
Welcome to Go to Yellow. Subscribe to our channel to learn how to redefine success and restore life balance. If you like this video, please give it a like, leave a comment below. But remember to turn off the notifications, because we want you to live your life and not to be controlled by the ping. May your life be yellow.